And good afternoon, and welcome back to the Panther baseball field for the 2A Central Regional Baseball Tournament sponsored by the Arkansas Activities Association. Game 2 will be the Sloan Hendrix Greyhounds will be versing the Bigelow Panthers in Game 2, the 12:30 game. This will be third place against second place of the other conference. So Sloan Hendrix finished second behind Southside B Branch in their respective conference, and so we are going to get started today. We will take a look here in just a moment at the lineups for the Bigelow Panthers and the Bigelow Panthers and the Sloan Hendrix. So in your first game today, the Episcopal Wildcats defeated the Quitman Bulldogs, the 1 seed in the 2A5 against the number 4 seed. Defeated the Quitman Bulldogs 15-0. So they will advance to the next round, and with that, we will take a look at our regional scoreboard here. And as we're getting ready here, let's take a look at our regional bracket. Again, Episcopal will advance to the game tomorrow, and they will play the winner of this game between Bigelow and Sloan Hendrix. Sloan Hendrix, the Greyhounds, are your home team. They are the higher seed, and the Bigelow Panthers are the 3rd seed from the 2A5 conference. And so they will be playing the second game here, the 12:30 game. And as we do that, let's take a look at the starting lineups, or let's look at the roster for Bigelow here. And as we look at that, we look at the Bigelow roster here. Of course, coaching, the head coach is Craig Niemeyer. He is the head coach. The assistant coach is Chris Wilcox. And so on the roster, number 1 is Jonathan Nunez, and number 3 is Bo Billick. Number 4 is Carter Alexander. Number 5 is Rhett Niemeyer. Number 6 is Alex Shelton. Number 7 is Connor Pruitt. Number 8 is Arturo Cabrera. Number 9 is Christian Smith. Number 10 is Brant Tipton. Number 11 is Aiden Hogan. And number 12 is Evan Reagan. Number 14 is Braden Whittingham. Number 15 is Dawson McCullum. Number 20 is Jacob Harris. Number 21 is Jasper Shaw. And number 24 is Silas Schichtel. And number 44 is Angel Salazar. So that is the roster for the visiting team, the Bigelow Panthers. And now we will take a look at the roster for the home team, which is the Sloan Hendrix Greyhounds here. And the head coach is Burton Winston. And so starting off the roster, number 00 is Braxton Wall. Number 1 is Carson Rourke. Number 2 is Joe Hoffman. Number 3 is Corey Dale. Number 4 is Owen Wheeler. Number 5 is Hudson Rorex. Number 7 is Hunter Mitchell. Number 10 is Corey Sullins. Number 13 is Charles Nash. Number 14 is Ethan Pickett. Number 20 is Luke Murphy. Number 21 is Taylor Murphy. Number 23 is Nathan Woodard. Number 25 is Keaton Morgan. Number 30 is Stetson Wall. Number 35 is Bryce Echira. And number 40 is Wilson Dean. Number 50 is Harper Rorex. And number 99 is Braden Cox. And that rounds up the lineup for the Sloan Hendrix Greyhounds. I am the commentator for this broadcast, Shane Hartzell. I'm the East Facilitator here at Magnet Cove High School. And with me, joined on my crew here, working graphics, is Dakota Reed, the senior, and working the live chat and also the switcher is Mr. Sophomore, Mr. Gavin Marsh. So, as we get started to bring you the second game of baseball here, we're going to talk about these two teams here in just a moment. But first of all, we'll go ahead and read our official spot for the Arkansas Activities Association, which is the sponsor of this and all regional tournaments within the state of Arkansas. So, with that being said, we're going to get started here. The schools participating in this regional baseball tournament are members of the Arkansas Activities Association as authorized by their school board. The administrators of these schools have helped to write the rules and regulations that govern participation of students in competitive activities for the schools that are members of the AAA. The Arkansas Activities Association, which is sponsoring this regional baseball, is a voluntary nonprofit educational association of some 500 junior and senior public and private high schools of Arkansas. The regulations which guide these events are adopted by the schools themselves and determine the type of program they believe to be the most desirable for high school youth. The Arkansas Activities Association is one of 50 state organizations that belong to the National Federation of State High School Associations. This association formulates policies, game rules, and standards for inter-school competition. The schools of Arkansas have adopted these rules on eligibility, which correspond to those by the National Federation of State High School Associations. And with that, we will have the meeting here at the mound, or excuse me, the meeting with the coaches at the plate, and we will be ready to get started here very quickly on the Magnet Cove High School East YouTube channel. And you remember, you're watching 2A baseball regional tournament, central tournament, sponsored by the Arkansas Activities Association. And we will take a quick break here on the Magnet Cove High School East YouTube channel. And we are back here for game 2 of your 2A Central Regional Tournament here at Magnet Cove, sponsored by the Arkansas Activities Association, between the Sloan Hendrix Greyhounds, the home team, and the Bigelow Panthers. Starting on the bump today for the Sloan Hendrix Greyhounds will be number 20, Luke Murphy. Behind the plate will be number 3, Corey Dale. At shortstop will be Harper Rorex, and at second base will be number 40, Wilson Dean. And at first base will be number 14, Ethan Pickett. And at center field will be Hudson Rorex. And at third base will be Braxton Wall. And in right field will be Carson Rourke. And in center field will be Corey Sullins. And that will be the defensive lineup to start the game for the Sloan Hendrix Greyhounds. And leading it off will be the center fielder, number 10, Brent Tipton, for the Bigelow Panthers. Murphy deals and called first strike. First pitch is a strike. So 0-1 is your count on Tipton, the center fielder. Murphy winds, delivers, misses just low, so that evens up the count at 1-1. The delivery, that one's going to miss outside for 2-1 is your count. 2 balls, 1 strike. The delivery by Murphy, and that one's going to be fouled off by Tipton to the first base dugout, and that will even up the count at 2-2 for the Bigelow Panthers. Brent Tipton. So 2-2 is your count. And Murphy winds up, delivers, and gets him on with swinging. So Tipton goes down on strikes, and we have 1 out. And that is the first strikeout for Luke Murphy, number 20, the pitcher for the Sloan Hendrix Greyhounds. And that will bring to the plate the catcher, Carter Alexander, number 4. Murphy delivers, misses just high. It delivers, and that one's going to be fouled off. So 1-1 is your count. 1 ball, 1 strike on Alexander, the catcher. The delivery, and that one's going to be outside. Or excuse me, that one caught the corner of the plate for strike 2. So 1-2 is your count. Murphy delivers, and he gets him swinging. So that will be his second strikeout. And that will bring up Bo Billick, the pitcher. Yeah. The lefty for the Bigelow Panthers. First pitch is a called ball. Second pitch misses just outside for a called ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes is your count on Billick, the Bigelow pitcher. And that one is going to be out of play. It's fouled and not playable. So the count is one ball, one strike. And that one misses. So 2 balls, 1 strike is your count. Oh, 3-1. I'm sorry. So that is 3 balls and 1 out. And the count is full. That runs the count to full there. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. The count is full with 2 outs. And he gets him on the outside corner looking. And so Luke Morgan, number 20, retires the first 3 batters. And with that, he holds the Bigelow Panthers scoreless. So down go 1, 2, and 3 in the top of the first inning. And with that, we will take a break here. And you remember, you are watching 2A Central Regional Tournament, sponsored by the Arkansas Activities Association, on the Magnet Cove High School East YouTube channel.
If you're looking for a hidden gem while traveling down Arkansas Highway 51, then Panther Pass Grocery and Gas is your one-stop destination. The Panther Pass is more than just your typical local grocery and gas station. It also has a full cafe menu with delicious mouth-watering food that will satisfy any type of appetite. The Panther Pass is also a proud supporter of the Magnet Cove School District and a community partner with the Magnet Cove High School East. The Panther Pass is located at 2214 Highway 51, Magnet Cove, Arkansas.
And we're back here at the Panther baseball field, and coming up to bat full will be the Sloan Hendrix Greyhounds, and leading it off will be the catcher, number 3, Corey Dale here. On the bump today for the Bigelow Panthers is Bo Billick, and behind the dish is the the catcher is Carter Alexander, number 4. And we will look at more of your defensive lineup for Bigelow here in just a moment. So Billick delivers. First call is a ball. And that one is turned on. And that one is going to be gone. That is a leadoff home run. Number 3, the catcher, Corey Dale. And what a way to start this ball game here in the bottom of the first for the Sloan Hendrix Greyhounds. And so the Sloan Hendrix Greyhounds draw first blood here with a home run by the catcher, Corey Dale. Now batting, the shortstop, Harper Rorix, number 50. And that one is going to be popped up and looks like it's going to be playable for the first baseman, and it is in foul territory. That was for the first baseman is Arturo Cabrera, and he gets the put out there. for the first out. 1 out, and that brings up number 40, the second baseman, Wilson Dean, for the Greyhounds. He starts off with a strike. And that one's going to bounce right back to the pitcher, and Billick will step and throw for the 1-3 put out. And that will be 2 outs. So that will bring up the first baseman, Ethan Pickett, to the plate. And that pitch misses just outside. So 1-0 is your count on Pickett. And Billick comes back with a little off-speed pitch to even up the count with a called strike, 1-1. The delivery, and that one's going to be a check foul swing there, but needless to say, the second strike. So Pickett, the first baseman, finds himself with 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 out here in the bottom of the first inning. And he gets him, freezes him on the strikeout. Billick does. So Ethan Pickett, the first baseman, strikes out looking. And so, but fireworks here in the bottom of the first inning with the home run by the catcher, the leadoff hitter, Corey Dale leads off with a home run to get this thing started for the Sloan Hendrix Greyhounds. And with that, we will take a quick break here on the Magnet Cove High School East YouTube channel. You're watching 2A Central Baseball Regional Tournament at Magnet Cove, sponsored by the Arkansas Activities Association. We'll be back in just a moment. And we're back here at the 2A Central Regional Baseball Tournament, game number 2. Leading it off for the Bigelow Panthers is the third baseman, Evan Reagan, number 12. And he takes the first called ball. 1-0 is your count. Murphy delivers, and the swing and miss by Reagan. So that evens up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 is your count. Murphy delivers, and that one's going to be popped up, and the second baseman's going to call off the first baseman, and that is going to be a fly out to the second baseman for the first out, and that was Wilson Dean who made the put out there with the catch of the fly ball. Up comes the left fielder, number 14, Braden Whittingham for the Bigelow Panthers. Murphy delivers. Low and away. Called ball. First pitch. He delivers and swing and a miss. So evens up the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And catches the outside corner there for strike 2. Does Murphy. So 1-2 is your count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that one's going to miss just outside to run the count to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The delivery. And the swing and miss. And down goes Whittingham swinging. And that will be the second out. And that will bring up the shortstop, the lefty, Rhett Niemeyer, to the plate. And he's swinging a miss. Starts out 0-1. So two outs. And swinging a miss for strike two. So Niemeyer finds himself quickly down 0-2. See what Murphy delivers. The windup, the delivery, high and outside for ball one. See if he could get Niemeyer to chase something out of the zone there. And that one is going to be popped up. And that is going to be made by the left fielder for the Greyhounds. That is, excuse me, Hudson Rorex, I believe, for the Greyhounds. I'm sorry, I misspoke there. That was Corey Sullins, the left fielder. And so down go the Bigelow Panthers here in the top of the second inning. So they go down 4, 5, and 6 hitter. So with that, we are about ready to resume play here. So it looks like despite the home run in the beginning, looks like we may have a pitcher's duel here. And with that, the pitcher, speaking of pitcher duel, the pitcher for the Greyhounds, number 20, will be leading off here, Luke Murphy. And first pitch is a swing and a miss. Billick delivers. The windup, and he delivers. And quickly, Murphy finds himself in the hole, 0-2. So let's see if Billick gives him something to try to get him to chase here out of the zone. And he comes right at him and strikes him out looking. So down goes Murphy for the first out for the Greyhounds in the bottom of the second inning, and that will bring up the center fielder, Hudson Rorex. And he squares to bunt, and it is a called strike. Doesn't pull it back. It finds the zone. Billick delivers, and that one's going to be fouled back, so 0-2 is the count here on Rorex, the center fielder. Let's see if Billick comes right here and tries to get him as well. And he delivers, and he does. Gets him there with the high heat, and so 2 strikeouts in a row here for Billick, who gave up that solo home run in the bottom of the first inning. But after that, he has pretty much settled down and been lights out. And Braxton Wall, the third baseman, is up to bat, 0-0, and starts off with a strike. 0-1 is your count. Billick delivers, and that one's going to be hit in the gap. That's going to be a single to the left fielder, and he will come up and go straight to the second baseman. So with 2 outs, a leadoff single there for Braxton Wall, and that will bring up the right fielder, Carson Rourke. Billick delivers, and that one's going to be popped up, and Billick is going to call him off and take it himself. And with that, that is the third out of the thing. So that is 3. And with that, we've got a good one here. We're going to the bottom of the, the top of the third inning with your score. The Sloan Hendrix Greyhounds 1 and the Bigelow Panthers 0. We'll take a quick break here on the Magnet Cove High School East YouTube channel. And leading it off for the Bigelow Panthers in the top of the third is the second baseman, Aiden Hogan. Murphy delivers for a called strike. 0-1 is your count. And he delivers, and that one is going to be just foul down the first base side. So 0-2 is quickly your count on the 7-hole hitter, Aiden Hogan. And Murphy delivers, and that one is just high and a little bit outside. So 1 ball, 2 strikes is your count. Murphy delivers and gets him swinging there. So down goes Hogan on the second baseman on strikes. And that is the first out at the top of the third inning. That will bring up the first baseman, number 8, Arturo Cabrera, the lefty. Murphy delivers, and that is going to be a swing and a miss. So 0-1 is your count. The delivery, and a swing and a miss. So quickly, Cabrera finds himself down 0-2 here. And let's see what Murphy deals here. And he delivers, and he comes straight at him for the strikeout. So 2 strikeouts here. And so Murphy, that is his 5th strikeout, and he squares to bunt, and so Shelton had squared to bunt there and flies out to the catcher. And that is the third out. And so the Bigelow Panthers are held scoreless. And with that, we will take a quick break here from the 2A Central Baseball Regional Tournament sponsored by the Arkansas Activities Association. You're watching the Magnet Cove High School East YouTube channel. Hendrix. Leading it off for the Sloan Hendrix is the left fielder, Corey Sullins, and that is going to be a called strike. So Billick delivers a first called strike. Delivers again, and that one's going to be fouled out of play. So Sullins quickly finds himself in the hole, 0-2. So let's see if Billick comes straight at him here, or see if he tries to get him to chase something. And he comes straight at him. That has been his, I guess, his methodology is coming straight at him. And so strikes him out looking, and that is the first out on the number 9 hole hitter. And we are back up to the leadoff, Dale, the catcher, who homered in the bottom of the first. It is a swing and a miss. And Billick has been spot on since giving up that home run in the first inning. And that one is going to be a bit foul. But quickly, Dale finds himself 0-2. Quickly down, 0 balls, 2 strikes. So let's see if Billick comes and challenges him here. Well, he has been spot on with that high heater, getting these hitters to and a good pitch is going to be a little bit high and outside. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on the catcher, Dale, for the Greyhounds. And he calls time. And that one's going to be outside, low and away. So that evens up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. The delivery, and that one's going to miss just low. So the count is run to full with 1 out. Billick delivers the payoff pitch and swings, but it drops by the catcher, but he gets it down for a 3rd drop strike, and he gets him at first. And that will be the 2nd out. So 2 down. And that brings up Harper Rorex, the shortstop. Starts off with ball. So 1-0 is your count. The next pitch is a called strike. And that one runs high. And another drop strike, but the catcher pops up, and so 1-2 was your count, and he got him swinging on an off-speed pitch, and that will do it for the Greyhounds in the bottom of the 3rd. So we're going to take a quick break here on the Magnet Cove High School East YouTube channel. You are watching 2A Central Regional Baseball, presented, sponsored by the Arkansas Activities Association on the Magnet Cove High School East YouTube channel. And leading, we're back here at Panther Baseball Field. Leading it off for the Bigelow Panthers in the top of the fourth is Brant Tipton, the center fielder. And he swings and misses at the first pitch by Murphy, rather. 0-1 is your count. And that one's going to fall foul out of play around down the first base side. So Tipton finds him the leadoff, quickly finds himself 0-2. Must shorten up here. Let's see if Luke Murphy comes right at him here. Both pitchers have been pitching quite a game, with the exception of the home run in the bottom of the first. It has been a pretty flawless game by both pitchers, and he strikes out swinging there, and that will be the first out of the bottom of the fourth, or excuse me, the top of the fourth. And that will bring up Corder Alexander, the catcher, number 4, who struck out swinging. And he starts out 0-1. Both pitchers have pinpoint control here in the early innings, the first 4 innings. And that one's going to be hit to the right side in between the first baseman and the right fielder. Misses it, and he quickly throws the glove off and hustles up. And so the catcher, Corder Alexander, is going to start with a stand-up double on the missed ball by the right fielder. So Bigelow has, with 1 out, has a runner in scoring position. That brings up the lefty, the pitcher, Bo Billick, and he starts him off with a ball high and away. Murphy delivers, and Billick takes a cut at that one, but fouls it out of play here. One and one is your count. Murphy delivers and just misses the outside corner. So 2 balls, 1 strike is your count. On Billick, the pitcher for the Bigelow Panthers. And that one is going to be hit, and that one is going to, and coach is sending him, and he will be in, and that is an RBI single for Billick, and he scores Corder Alexander, who had that double. So we are tied up at 1-1. And that brings up the third baseman, Evan Reagan, with a runner on first, 1 out. And that one's going to be fouled out of play down the right side. So quickly, Reagan finds himself down, 2 strikes. Or excuse me, 1 strike. And now there it is, a second strike. So 0-2 is your count on Reagan, the third baseman for the Bigelow Panthers. Billick, who had the RBI single, and we definitely have a courtesy runner out there for the pitcher, Billick, number 1. And that one is going to be popped up, but I don't think it's going to be playable. So 0-2, we'll do it again here. Runner at first, 1 out. top of the 4th inning here. Murphy checks the runner, delivers, and that's going to be ball high. 1 ball, 2 strikes is your count. Murphy delivers, and that one's going to be outside. So that will even up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on first. Murphy delivers, and that one's going to be hit into right field. And underneath it is the right fielder, and he is going to make the play for the F9 put out. So, and that will be the second out. And the runner, the courtesy runner for the pitcher, Bigelow, holds at first. So 2 outs. And that brings up Braden Winston, the left fielder. And he pops that one up sky high. The right fielder calls off the second baseman and makes the play. So that is the right fielder there for the Sloan Hendrix Greyhounds. And as I'm looking here, that is Carson Rourke, who made 2 plays there for them. And with that, we go to the bottom of the 4th. With the score is now tied 1-1. And it has been a pitcher's duel here for the most part. And we're going to take a quick break here on the Magnet Cove High School East YouTube channel. And we are back here with the Sloan Hendrix, and that is number 40, Wilson Dean, the second baseman, who is quickly down 0-2. Fouls that one off. So Bigelow delivers. And on the drop strike, he gets him. That off-speed pitch has been a great pitch for Bigelow there. And that will be the first out for the Sloan Hendrix Greyhounds. And Pickett, the first baseman, takes a called first strike. And swings and misses, so he is quickly down. 0-2 is your count with 1 out on Pickett, the first baseman for the Sloan Hendrix Greyhounds. And that one is just fouled and out of play. So we will Pickett stays alive. And that one's going to be fouled off. So a good at-bat, a good duel going here between pitcher and batter. Neither one wanting to give an inch. And the delivery, a little curve, and that one's going to be popped up, and Cabrera is underneath it, the first baseman, and makes the play in foul territory for the second out for the Bigelow Panthers. And that will bring up the pitcher, Luke Murphy, who struck out looking in his first at-bat. That is a called strike, first pitch. And that one is going to be fouled out of play. So Murphy quickly finds himself down 0-2. Billick has been doing a great job of working ahead in the count, challenging these batters, the Sloan Hendrix Greyhounds. And he checked his swing. And first base umpire says he did not go. So that is 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he went on that one and strikes out swinging for the third out. So down go the Sloan Hendrix Greyhounds, and we have got quite a duel here. We're going into the top of the 5th inning here with the score still tied. The home team, Sloan Hendrix, scored first on a solo home run, and then Bigelow Panthers tied it up with an RBI single. And so it has been quite a duel here. So we'll take a quick break on the Magnet Cove High School East YouTube channel. And we're back here at the Panther baseball field on the campus of Magnet Cove. And up for the Bigelow Panthers to start off the top of the 5th inning is number 5, the shortstop, Rhett Niemeyer. And, excuse me, Murphy misses just outside with a call ball, the first pitch. And that one's going to be off the end, but it's going to fall over the third baseman's head for one of those seeing eye singles there. And so just over the third baseman. And that was Braxton Wall, the third baseman. And there's a bunt. And he got him on the bunt, but it was a great sacrifice bunt by Hogan. Sack bunt, and that advances Nehemiah. And so with one out, that will bring up the first baseman, Arturo Cabrera, for the Bigelow Panthers. Hogan in Nehemiah in scoring position. So first pitch is going to be a called ball. And catcher wants to talk with the infield here on possible situations. Maybe setting up the defense here for a possible bunt again, or to catch the runner at second napping possibly. And he squares to bunt and pulls it away, but it is a called strike. So we quickly down 0-2 is Cabrera. And that one's going to be fouled out of play. Murphy delivers and gets Cabrera swinging there for the second out. And that will bring up the right fielder, Alex Shelton, number 6. Murphy delivers. Swing and a miss. So 0-1 is your count. The delivery, and quickly 0-2 is Shelton finds himself down. Murphy looking for the punch out here. Shelton looking to a way to get on and hits the outside corner and freezes Shelton for the called third strike. So down go the Bigelow Panthers, who strand a runner in scoring position. With that, we are going to the bottom of the 5th, and we will take a quick break. You're watching 2A Central Regional Baseball, sponsored by the Arkansas Activities Association on the Magnet Cove High School East YouTube channel.
If you're looking for a hidden gem while traveling down Arkansas Highway 51, then Panther Pass Grocery and Gas is your one-stop destination. The Panther Pass is more than just your typical local grocery and gas station. It also has a full cafe menu with delicious, mouth-watering food that will satisfy any type of appetite. The Panther Pass is also a proud supporter of the Magnet Cove School District and a community partner with the Magnet Cove High School East. The Panther Pass is located at 2214 Highway 51, Magnet Cove, Arkansas.
And we're back here, and leading it off will be Hudson Rorix, the center fielder. Misses with the ball, low and away. And Billick delivers. And that one's going to be hit and going to get in the gap between center. So Hudson Rorix, the center fielder, starts it off with a single up the right side of the infield, the middle infield. And that will bring up the third baseman, Braxton Wall. And he squares to bunt, and pulls it back, but not before a called strike. So 0-1 is your count. And that one's going to be fouled down out of play on the right side. So Wall quickly down, 0-2 in the count. Billick delivers. See if he could get him chasing high and away, but Wall does not bite. And that one's going to be fouled out of play. Had the hit and run there with Rorick's leaving. Billick looks, delivers, and that one's going to be pulled down the third baseline, just foul. So a great battle here between Braxton Wall, the third baseman, and Billick, the pitcher for the Bigelow Panthers here. 1 ball, 2 strikes is your count. Wall calls time. And he swings, but the bag was occupied, so it is an automatic out there. And so that will be the first out. But with a runner still on first, that brings up the right fielder, Carson Rourke, who made a couple of putouts in the top of the 5th here. Billick squares, and that's going to be a called strike. And it's going to be just misses for a called ball. 1 ball, 1 strike is your count. And Billick checks the runner, and he gets back in time, says the first base umpire, safe. Billick delivers and gets a strike swinging. So 1-2 is your count on Rourke, the right fielder. And the delivery. And that one's going to be fouled out of play. So Carson Rourke hangs tough here. 1 ball, 2 strikes is your count. With 1 out and a runner on first. And Billick steps off. And he delivers. And with the high heat and a little bit of emotion there, that is a second strikeout in a row here in this bottom of the 5th. And And that's a called strike. And that one's going to be fouled. And I think number 10, Corey Sutherland, the left fielder, may have fouled that one off of his leg. And folks, there is nothing worse than having a foul ball ricochet off your shin as you're trying to hit from the plate to the shin. It really, really hurts. And so he's going to walk it off here. Goes over and his coach checks on him, Coach Winston. So 0-2 is your count on Sullins, the left fielder, runner at first with 2 outs. And we're sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. We had a little technical difficulties, which happens from time to time, anytime you're dealing with technology. But nonetheless, we're back, and Tipton was up, and in to make the play is the right fielder, who has been quite busy this afternoon for the Greyhounds, and that is Carson Rourke, who gets the put out. So F9, and that is the first out on Tipton. And up will be Quarter Alexander, who had the double after the error by the right fielder in his last at-bat. Murphy delivers, and for a called ball. And that one is going to be in on the fist, and it is going to be out of play. So that evens up the count on the catcher, Alexander, for the Bigelow Panthers. And that is a called ball, low and away. So 2 balls, 1 strike is your count. 1 out. And that one just misses. So the catcher, Alexander, has hitter's leverage count here with 3 balls, 1 strike. Murphy winds up, delivers, and that one's going to be fouled back here to the backstop, and that will run the count full. And Murphy delivers. And that one's going to be sky high popped up, but the catcher is calling everyone in the infield off, and he makes the play. So Corey Dale, the catcher, makes the play, and we have 2 down. And that will bring up the pitcher, who has had 9 strikeouts here thus far in today's contest, Billick. And he starts him off outside. Murphy does, with a call ball. And Murphy delivers. Trying to get Billick to chase on that outside corner. But Billick not biting, having none of that. And just misses to run the count to 30. 3-0 is your count. Murphy delivers and misses ball high. And he is going to take a jog down to first base, and then we'll probably get a courtesy runner here. All right. And in comes the courtesy runner, number 1. So that will bring up the third baseman, Evan Reagan, who flied out to right field in his last at bat, and also flied out to the shortstop and shallow left field. And first pitch is a called strike, a swing and a miss. So with 2 outs, a runner on first. And that one is going to short hop to the plate to even up the count at 1-1 on Reagan. Murphy going from the stretch. Sets, delivers, and that one is going to be outside. So 2 balls, 1 strike is. And the delivery. And that one is going to be popped up, and the third baseman is calling for it, and he makes the play there for the Greyhounds. That is Braxton Wall that retires the batter. And so down go Bigelow, who leave 1 runner on first. And with that, we will take a quick break here. You're watching the 2A Central Baseball Regional Tournament, sponsored by the Arkansas Activities Association on the Magnet Cove High School East YouTube channel. And we're back here at Panther Baseball Field, and Corey Dow, who led off the game with a home run, but struck out at last at bat, who's 1 for 2, and he starts off with a strike. Bo Billick has been pinpoint control, and 0-2 is your count. Let's see if Billick comes right at him, and he tries to get him to chase outside and out of the strike zone there. But Dale will have none of it. And 1 ball, 2 strikes is your count. And that evens it up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the catcher, Corey Dale, number 3 for the Sloan Hendrix Greyhounds. And that one sails high, and that brings the count to full. And that one's going to be a chopper to the shortstop. He plays it off the bounce. And Dale legs it out and is safe at first, so he will reach via a single. So that will bring up the shortstop, Harper Rorix, with no outs, runner on first. And that one's hit right back up the middle to center field. And Dale will hold up at second base. And the Greyhounds of Sloan Hendrix have something brewing here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the catcher wants to go and talk with his pitcher. Coach Nehmeyer comes and wants to talk to his pitcher as well. And Coach is probably just trying to settle his pitcher down. He has pitched a great game, with the exception of giving up the home run in the bottom of the 1st. He has been lights out. Has had 9, and I think if I count correctly, 1, 2, 3. Yes, 9 strikeouts. And we are back here. And a swing and a miss by Wilson Dean. And that one's going to be fouled out of play. So 0-2 is your count. So Wilson Dean, the second baseman, with runners on. We got Dale who legged out a single, is on second in scoring position, and that one is going to be hit in the gap and is going to drop, and coach is going to send him. The catcher Dale is going to come to the plate, and he is going to be safe, but they get the runner at third. So that is Harper Rorix gets thrown out at third. And that is 1 out, but not before the catcher, Dale, comes in and scores to give the Greyhounds a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th, 2-1. And that will bring up Pickett, the first baseman for the Greyhounds. And he will watch called strike for the first pitch. So 0-1 is your count. And that one catches the outside corner. So 0-2 is your count on Ethan Pickett, the first baseman for the Greyhounds. And that one's going to miss outside. See if he could get Pickett to chase. Billick sees if he can, but he does not. Pickett does not bite on that outside pitch. And the 1-2 delivery. And he gets him swinging for his 10th strikeout of the day. And that will bring up Luke Murphy to the plate, who is 0 for 2 for the day, who struck out twice. And that one is going to be outside for a called ball. So 1-0 is your count with 2 outs. Runner on first. And the pitch, he checks his swing, but they said he did. 1-1 is your count. And that one misses. So 2 balls, 1 strike is your count on Murphy. And that one sails high on Billick. So 31 is your count. Murphy with hitter's leverage here with 2 outs. Runner on first. And Murphy will take his walk down with a base on balls. And that will bring up the center fielder, Hudson Rorix, to the plate. And it's called ball on Billick. So 1-0 is your count on two and 0. 2 balls, no strikes, with runners on first and second. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. And called strike there for Billick. So 2 balls, 1 strike. The delivery. And he fouls that one off. So that evens up the count at 2-2. And he gets him. And that is his 11th strikeout for Billick here. And as I check that, yes, that is number 11. And so we go to the top of the 7th. The Bigelow Panthers are down to their final 3 outs. They need to score one to keep this one going into extra innings, at least one. So we will take a quick break. You've been watching 2A Central Regional Tournament Baseball on the Magnet Cove High School East YouTube channel.
If you're looking for a hidden gem while traveling down Arkansas Highway 51, then Panther Pass Grocery and Gas is your one-stop destination. The Panther Pass is more than just your typical local grocery and gas station. It also has a full cafe menu with delicious, mouth-watering food that will satisfy any type of appetite. The Panther Pass is also a proud supporter of the Magnet Cove School District and a community partner with the Magnet Cove High School East. The Panther Pass is located at 2214 Highway 51, Magnet Cove, Arkansas.
And we're back here in the top of the 7th inning. Leading it off for the Bigelow Panthers is number 14, Braden Winningham, who flied out, had a single in his last at-bat to the right field. The count is 0-1. Murphy delivers, and quickly Winningham finds himself down 0-2. He delivers, and that one is going to be fouled out of play. And he appealed to the first base umpire, and first base umpire says no, he did not go. So that is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Murphy delivers, and that one misses just high and inside. So that evens up the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that one is in, and the center fielder calls it and makes the play out there. That is number 5 for the Greyhounds. And that is Hudson Rorex, the center fielder. So that is a fly out to the center fielder and the first out, and Bigelow is down to its final 2 outs. And that brings up number 5, Rhett Niemeyer, the shortstop. And that one misses to even up the count at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one's short hop, so 2 balls, 1 strike with 1 out. The swing and miss, so that evens up the count at 2-2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch, oh, and that one's going to get Niemeyer right in the leg. And that he is going to be hit by a pitch. Okay, it did not hit him. I'm sorry. It looked like he got hit. I think it hit the ground before it hit him. But needless to say, he is going to go down with a base on balls. And so the tying run is aboard here for the Bigelow Panthers. And Coach Winston is going to come out and talk to his infield and discuss, the strategy here with one out. That lead, the tying run is sitting on first base right now. So with that being said, one out. A big hit by Aiden Hogan could be big for the Bigelow Panthers. He had a sacrifice bunt his last at bat. And he comes up here to the plate with a runner on first, one out. And swing and a miss. So Hogan finds himself quickly down 0-1. Dale motioning for the infield to shift. And that one's going to be fouled off. And Aiden Hogan, number 11, the second baseman, finds himself quickly in the hole, 0-2. Let's see what Murphy does here. Does he come straight at him or try to get him to chase something outside the zone? And he delivers, and that one's going to be popped up. The shortstop is going to call off, and he makes the play for the second out. That was Harper Rorex for the Sloan Hendrix Greyhounds. And the Bigelow Panthers are down to their final out here. And that brings up the first baseman, Arturo Cabrera, with the tying run still on first. And that one's going to sail a little high. So 1-0 is your count. And a swing and a miss. So 1-1 is the count. And that one is fouled off. So 1-2 is your count with two outs, runner on first. And Murphy delivers, and that one sails a little high to even up the count at 2-2 on Cabrera. Panthers need to advance the runner. And that one sails just high. So the count is full. Everyone will be moving here. And a swing and a miss. And that does it. Murphy strikes him out for the third out. And the Sloan Hendrix Greyhounds come up victorious in Game 2 of this 2A Central Regional Tournament here on the campus of Magnet Cove. And with that, Episcopal will go on to face Sloan Hendrix in Game 1 tomorrow starting at 12 p.m. noon. And now we are going to get to the Games 3 and 4. The next game coming up will be Southside B Branch and the Poen Indians. And then tonight's Final game will be the Magnet Cove Panthers versus the Cedar Ridge Timberwolves. So a great game, a valiant effort by Bo Billick, who struck out 11 for the Bigelow Panthers, but fell short. A great battle here at the Panther baseball field on the campus of Magnet Cove. But with this, we are going to take a quick break and get ready for the next game, which will start at approximately 3 p.m. So thank you for those who have tuned in from Bigelow, Arkansas, and also from Sloan Hendrix up around the Searcy Batesville area. And with that, this is Coach Shane Hartzell from the Magnet Cove High School East YouTube channel signing off.